Hi everyone, welcome back to our video series on the new digital SAT verbal section. Don't forget to follow us and comment below on additional content you'd like to see. All right, so for today, we're going to have one of these detail questions. So remember, always reading the question first, and in this case, it's asking us, according to the text, what is true about Eleanor? So as we're reading, we're going to want to be thinking about essentially what do we learn about Eleanor from this passage, her character generally. We are told that this is from Jane Austen's novel Sense and Sensibility, and that Eleanor lives with her younger sisters and her mother, Mrs. Dashwood. So Eleanor, this eldest daughter, whose advice was so effectual, possessed a strength of understanding and coolness of judgment which qualified her, though only 19, to be the counselor of her mother, and enabled her frequently to counteract, to the advantage of them all, that eagerness of mind in Mrs. Dashwood which must generally have led to imprudence. She had an excellent heart. Her disposition was affectionate and her feelings were strong, but she knew how to govern them. It was a knowledge which her mother had yet to learn, and which one of her sisters had resolved never to be taught. All right, so in terms of what we learn about her here, right? Definitely a lot going on. We learn that, she has kind of this relationship with her sisters and her mother, and she seems to be kind of the more mother-like figure of the family, has a lot of kind of maturity, a lot of just being able to kind of offer advice to the rest of her family, kind of be a leader in that sense. She had an excellent disposition and heart, like it discusses. She knew kind of how to control herself, which is something that it says that her mother and sister have not been able to do. So again, we have this idea here that she's a very kind of strong-minded, but also very mature person. So that's what we're looking for in our answer choices. So A, Eleanor often argues with her mother, but fails to change her mind. Not really talking about them arguing here. B, Eleanor can be overly sensitive with regard to family matters. We're not talking about her sensitivity either. Eleanor thinks her mother is a bad role model. So in terms of kind of the perspective that we have here, we can kind of understand as the audience, perhaps, that her mother is maybe a bit of a bad role model. But at the same time, we don't really know Eleanor's feelings on the subject, so C would not be correct either. So we're left with D, but Eleanor is remarkably mature for her age. Again, exactly what we expected there. The answer would be D. All right, follow us for more.